Hello guys, today we want to introduction of best series in 2024. And stay tuned as we introduce these 10 series to you without delay. Number 10. The Old Man. Action drama, thriller series created by Robert Levine and Jonathan E. Steinberg. Their productions include the series Black Sails and Jericho. You can watch this series on Network FX. The series is about Dan Chase absconded from the CIA and lives off the grid. When an assassin arrives and tries to take Chase out, the old operative learns that to ensure his future he now must reconcile his past. The FBI's Harold Harper is called on to hunt him down because of his complicated past with the rogue fugitive. When Chase proves to be more difficult to apprehend than the authorities expected, a highly trained special ops contractor is sent to pursue him as well. While on the run, Chase rents a room from Zoe McDonald, who draws on reserve she never knew she had to survive the day when she learns the truth about her new tenant. Dan Chase is played by Jeff Bridges, who you may have seen in films like Bad Times at the El Royale or Only the Brave. The series has an IMDb score of 7.6 and Rotten Tomatoes score is 80%. Number 9. Dune Pharmacy. Drama, science fiction, created by Diane Adamojan and Alison Shapker. Their productions include the series The Originals and Lost. You can watch this series in HBO Network. The story. 10,000 years before the ascension of Paul Atreides, following two Harkonnen sisters as they combat forces that threaten the future of humankind and establish the fabled sect that will become known as the Bene Gesserit. Emily Watson plays Valia Harkonnen. She is the leader of the Sisterhood, a secretive and powerful matriarchal order whose members undergo intense physical training and mental conditioning to obtain superhuman abilities. The series also stars other actors such as Travis Fimmel as Desmond Hart and Mark Strong as Emperor Javico Carino, whose other works include the series Vikings and Kingsman: The Secret Service. The series has an IMDb rating of 7.3 and a Rotten Tomatoes rating of 70%. Number 8. Landman. Genre is drama, created by Taylor Sheridan and Christian Wallace. Their productions include the series Yellowstone and Tulsa King. You can watch this series in Paramount Plus network. The story. Deep in the heart of West Texas, roughnecks and wildcat billionaires try to get rich quick in the oil business as oil rigs begin to dominate the state. Crisis executive Tommy Norris tries to bring his company to the top during a fueling boom. Landman stars Billy Bob Thornton as Tommy Norris and follows his life as a fixer for an oil tycoon. Other works include The Man Who Wasn't There and Fargo. The series also stars other actors such as Demi Moore and John Hamm. Their other works include The Substance and Mad Men. The series has an IMDb rating of 8.3 and a Rotten Tomatoes rating of 78%. Number 7. Secret Level. Genre is anthology science fiction fantasy action. Created by Tim Miller. Other productions include Deadpool and Terminator: Dark Fate. You can watch this series in Prime Video Network. The story. Secret Level is an animated anthology series from the creators of Love, Death Plus Robots, with stories inspired by video games from around the globe, spanning past, present, and future. Discover dragon gods, robot uprisings, and daring space heists in this boundary-shattering series that pays tribute to gaming, gamers, and the unyielding spirit of exploration that drives us all to look deeper, discover secrets, and push into the unknown. Famous actors who played roles in this series include Arnold Schwarzenegger and Keanu Reeves. The series has a score of 7.8 on IMDb and 69% on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 6. Tulsa King. Genre is comedy drama, crime drama. Created again by Taylor Sheridan. Other productions include Mayor of Kingstown and 1923. You can watch this series in Paramount Plus network. The story. New York Mafia capo Dwight, the General, Manfredi is released from prison after 25 years and exiled by his boss to set up shop in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Realizing that his mob family may not have his best interests in mind, Dwight slowly builds a crew. The role of Dwight the General, Manfredi is played by the famous actor Sylvester Stallone, an actor who is remembered for her role in the Rocky series and many other films we will never forget. Other actors who played roles in this series include Neil McDonough and Dominic Lombardozzi. The series has a score of 8 on IMDb and 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 5. 100 Years of Solitude. Genre is magical realism. Created by Claudio Cattaneo, Gino Montesinos, Moreno Borja. You can watch this series in Netflix network. The story. Colombian magical realism television series based on the 1967 novel of the same name by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. 100 Years of Solitude is the story of the Buendia family, tormented by madness, impossible love, war, and the fear of a curse that condemns them to solitude for 100 years in the mythical town of Macondo. The series has a score of 8.6 on IMDb and 84% on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 4. True Detective, Night Country. Genre is anthology crime drama detective mystery. Created by Issa Lopez. Other productions include Tigers Are Not Afraid and Secondary Effects. You can watch this series in HBO network. The story. In Ennis, Alaska, the men that operate a research station vanish. To solve the case, Chief Danvers and Navarro will have to confront the darkness themselves, and dig into the haunted truths that lie buried under the eternal ice. In True Detective, Night Country, Jodie Foster plays the role of Liz Danvers, the chief of police in Ennis, Alaska. Liz is a jaded, sarcastic, and demanding character who is tasked with investigating the mysterious disappearance of 8 men from the Tsalo Arctic Research Station 2. As she delves into the case, Liz must confront her own past and the haunted truths buried under the eternal ice of Alaska. Other actors this season include Fiona Shaw, who has starred in the Harry Potter and Bad Sisters films. The series has a score of 7.1 on IMDb and 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 3. Ripley. Genre is thriller, mystery, neo-noir. Created by Steven Zaillian. Other productions include The Irishman and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. You can watch this series in Netflix network. The story. A wealthy man hires down-on-his-luck grifter Tom Ripley to travel to Italy to urge his vagabond son to return home. Tom's acceptance of the job is the first step in a life of deceit, fraud and murder. In the series Ripley, Andrew Scott plays the lead role of Tom Ripley. An actor you may have seen in the movies All of Us Strangers and Spectre. Tom is a cunning and manipulative grifter living in New York during the 1960s too. He is hired by a wealthy shipbuilder, Herbert Greenleaf, to convince his wayward son, Dickie Greenleaf, to return home from Italy. However, Tom has other plans in mind too. Once in Italy, he becomes obsessed with the luxurious lifestyle of Dickie and his girlfriend, Marge, and goes to great lengths, including deceit and murder, to maintain and improve his newfound life. Other actors this season include Dakota Fanning and, who has starred in The Equalizer 3 and The Alienist. The series has a score of 8.1 on IMDb and 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 2. The Day of the Jackal. Genre is thriller, action, drama. Created by Stephen Ronan Bennett. Other productions include Public Enemies and Top Boy. You can watch this series in Peacock, Sky Atlantic Network. The story. An elite sniper, a master of disguise and a highly trained killer, the Jackal is an assassin, coldly carrying out hits for a fee. Following an attack on a high-profile and notorious politician, he's offered his riskiest job yet, one that could pay him enough to leave this life for good. But his work has attracted the attention of Bianca, a tenacious British intelligence officer, whose world-class expertise in firearms makes her the ideal candidate to hunt him down. What follows is a thrilling cat-and-mouse chase across Europe, as the Jackal works to carry out his new mission, while being pursued by Bianca. However, as the hunt continues and more casualties are caught in their crossfire, it becomes clear that there may be other forces pulling the strings. As both Bianca and the Jackal's personal lives clash with their work, they risk everything, pushing themselves to their limits with disastrous consequences. Eddie Redmayne is the main actor in the series Jackal's Day. Someone you may have seen in the movies Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them and The Good Nurse. Redmayne's portrayal of the Jackal has been praised for its intensity and depth, capturing the character's enigmatic and ruthless nature. The series has been well received, and Redmayne will be reprising his role in the upcoming second season. The series has a score of 8.2 on IMDb and 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 1. The Penguin. Genre is crime drama, gangster, superhero. Created by Stephen Lauren LaFranc. Other productions include Impulse and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You can watch this series in HBO. The story. The series explores Oz Cobb's quest for power and control in Gotham City after the death of Carmine Falcone, as he attempts to legitimize himself among the city's criminal elements. The show received critical acclaim for its performances, writing, direction, tone, and production values. In The Penguin, Colin Farrell reprises his role as Oz Cobb, also known as the Penguin. Farrell's portrayal of Oz is a standout, thanks to the incredible prosthetic makeup designed by Mike Marino. The transformation is so convincing that it fooled even Farrell's co-stars. Oz Cobb is a ruthless mobster with a scarred face and a broken leg, reflecting his violent and dangerous life in Gotham City's underworld. Farrell's performance captures Oz's ambition, charm, and underlying psychopathy, making him a captivating and menacing character. Other cast members include Kristen Milioti, who plays Sophia, the daughter of the Falcons, who previously starred in Black Mirror and Fargo. The series has a score of 8.7 on IMDb and 95% on Rotten Tomatoes.